everybody. Welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedways. We are here under the lights for our final race of this race weekend. This is the Kobalt Tools 400 here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The third race of the season for the Snickers Cup Series cars as they continue to try and work their way to the top of the standings. On the pole for tonight's race is going to be Rohit Vedaravu. Now, Vedaravu has not exactly had the best start to the season, currently lies 33rd in the point standings, but he's trying to bring some new blood to RCR, and tonight, as he sits on the pole, he could be a driver who could very well win tonight's event. Alongside of him, a driver who's been surrounded by controversy here in the last few weeks, especially last week at Phoenix International Raceway, Ram Fajara Jr., who was hit with a 25-point penalty last week after aggressive driving with the other junior in this field, Aaron Williams Jr., Ram Fajara Jr. trying to battle back now from that penalty with a good finish tonight. But it's going to be interesting to see if Aaron Williams Jr. does somehow find his way up to the back bumper of the 22. How will that sort itself out here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway? In the third position, that's going to be the Roush Fenway Ford of Cole Daly. Cole Daly there running the Zest colors. He comes in mid-pack in this point standings as we currently sit. He is 22nd. Or actually, make that 23rd in points. Alongside of him, a driver right alongside him in this field and right alongside him in the points as well. 22nd in points. That is George Roque out of Michael Waltrip Racing. And completing the top 5 for tonight's race is going to be the current rookie points leader. That is Mary Cole, who has done a great job so far in her rookie season. Alongside of her, why don't we finish out row number 3? That is going to be Tim Walsh in the 56. Tim Walsh has had a rather stellar start to the season. He sits 19th in points, looking for even more here tonight at Las Vegas. Alright, so we're going to have these cars rolling off here. They complete a couple of pace laps. While they do that, we will show you the starting lineup. Couldn't really get good camera angles here as far as them on pit road here at Las Vegas, so we went with this camera angle so you can see all the cars file by the camera here as they head out onto the racetrack. Alright, let's look at all of them. We're going to be talking about the points leaders coming into this race in just a moment, but here's your starting grid for tonight's event. Ready to be put under the green flag here for 41 laps of racing. I said points leaders, and that is true. Dylan Young and Trent Dunham come into this race tied for the points lead. There is Dylan Young starting this race in the 9th position. Trent Dunham going to be starting further back in the 1. He's starting back near the back of the pack there, right in front of our Daytona 500 winner, James McCloud. So he's got quite a task on his hands here tonight. And then you've also got Dylan Poteet. He comes in not too far behind these guys, 5 points back in the 3rd position. So we'll keep our eyes on all those drivers tonight as the green flag is out. Rohit Vedaravu going to try to do what Adam Chambers did in the number 21 last night in the Mobile Cup Series event, and that was dominate the race and lead every single lap. Right now he's got a rear deck lid full of Cole Daly. Then it's a battle for 3rd behind them, Mary Cole, Matthew Rodriguez. Now we're seeing here, almost looks like already the outside line is the place to be. The outside line is the part that will get you around your opponent. And the caution's waving for the first time tonight already. That didn't take long. Didn't take long at all. Caution waves here already on lap 1, and it's going to be for Zach Campbell. This driver, man, he just cannot catch a break. Running the double mint colors tonight, and that car is done. Campbell started out this season really well, a good finish at Daytona, but Phoenix, he ended up flipping over. Tonight, he's the first caution at Las Vegas. Look at that car, completely crunched on both the front and rear of his car. And Campbell, a bad night, or a bad, well, not a bad night, but a bad few weeks are going to continue here tonight at Las Vegas. Austin Ogo, wow. Austin Ogo, heavy-duty contact for his car after coming off a stellar 6th place finish last week at Phoenix. His day is done as well. Boy, they both are awfully crunched up. Oh, there's more drivers. Sean Henley, Trent Whitney, Trent Dunham. Co-points leader Trent Dunham's involved. He's on pit road trying to get repairs done, but oh my. Wow, so there were at least 5 cars involved in this one. And co-points leader Trent Dunham was amongst them. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to look at a replay. A lot of drivers took some heavy hits here, as far as it looks, with the damage on each one of them, as we're under the caution for the first time tonight here at Las Vegas. And it didn't take them long at all to find the outside retaining wall here. The initial contact going to begin, it looks like, well, they were shoving each other into this corner, literally. Zach Campbell shoved Aaron Williams Jr. Navarrete shoves Campbell, and Campbell gets shoved up into Sean Henley. And then watch Austin Ogo. He's just running the high side. What can he do? Nowhere for him to go. Look at Trent Dunham starting at the back. Did not help him. He runs into this. Trent Whitney going to run into the back of Trent Dunham. Dunham got away fairly unscathed, it looks like. Trent Whitney, though, no such luck for our Season 3 Snickers Cup Series champ. And Henley obviously not too happy right there. He was just an innocent victim caught up there, and he runs into the Zach Campbell machine for good measure. Wow. That's a tough break for Henley. A tough brace for Austin Ogo, who actually moved himself up to 14th in points last week with his top 10 run. Then, of course, Trent Dunham right there. Looks like he was able to continue on. He has come down pit road. I don't know if he's going to get repairs done to his car or not, but boy, you come in as the co-points leader. I think it would not be in Dunham's best interest to retire from this race. Just get out there, try to salvage what you can. But right now, it would appear that Dylan Young would be our current live points leader at this particular moment, as Dunham and 4 others find the wall in the turn 4 area. Lights are out atop the pace car. We'll go back to green flag racing. It'll be on lap 6 of 41. Drivers that are out after this incident are only 3 of them. Zach Campbell is out along with Trent Whitney and Austin Ogo. Sean Henley and Trent Dunham were able to make repairs to their cars and return to the racetrack. I don't think they'll be up to speed, but if we end up having more wrecking going on, they could easily pick up some spots and still leave with a fairly decent finish here tonight at Las Vegas. Leading this race still is the pole sitter Rohit Vidarbu. Cole Daly is into 2nd. Highest running rookie of the race is Mary Cole, currently in 3rd. Matthew Rodriguez, nice run for him, in the 4th position at this point. And Ron Fajara Jr. completes top 5. Tim Walsh runs in 6th. Last week's winner, Anthony McCrury, up here again inside the top 10. He is in 7th. The current points leader now, Dylan Young, is in 8th. 9th place is George Roque, with Kyle Sosnowski running in the 10th position. Sosnowski trying to come back after he was running fairly well at Phoenix, but had Aaron Williams Jr., his teammate, slide right up in front of him and basically end his day. Jake Rogers going to run in 11th for this restart. Michael Norman is in 12th. 13th place is Charles Jackson. Jake Cole 14th, and Aaron Williams Jr. has now moved his way up into 15th. Running the special Boston Red Sox paint scheme there in honor of the Boston Marathon bombing. That is Eric Burton in 16th. 17th is Dylan Poteet. 18th place, Emilio Navarrete. James Silverfox in 19th, and Adam Chambers completes the top 20 as the green flag comes back out. Vidarbu going to get us back underway here. Cole Daly hung right with him there, and Mary Cole dove to the high side there, trying to get a run on Cole Daly. Did not work, though. Instead, Matthew Rodriguez actually gets the inside line to work for him there, as he will take the 3rd position away. Now Tim Walsh dives down to the inside of Mary Cole. Little bit of rookie inexperience there on the part of Mary Cole. Going to lose 3rd, now maybe lose 4th to the Michael Waltrip Racing Toyota of Tim Walsh. But no, she battles back on the high side there. And look who's in the thick of this. Dylan Young, the points leader. I say the points leader, even though he came in tied for the points lead with Trent Dunham. Dunham's hit problems here early on this event, if you're just joining us. So Dylan Young, where he's running right now, he would, in our live points, be the current points leader, as Dylan Poteet nearly got turned back there. Eric Burton headed for the apron as well, but they both held on to it, and they continue on. Look at Rohit Vidarbu, or not Rohit Vidarbu, Mary Cole and Ron Vajara Jr., they're running awfully close corner right there, but now Mary Cole will clear Tim Walsh. Vedarva will do the same. They will currently run in 4th and 5th. Meanwhile, up ahead, 3-car breakaway, Vedarvu, then Cole Daly, then Matthew Rodriguez. Those three, don't know if they're content to just ride in line, try and pull away, or if they're actually trying to size each other up. Looks like Matthew Rodriguez trying to make a move to the inside line of the Zest Ford of Cole Daly. No such luck there out of turn 4. Meanwhile, back here, we got some really good battling going on. Jake Rogers, Aaron Williams Jr., Charles Jackson, they're all battling. This is just outside of the top 10. I think Aaron Williams Jr. just took the 11th position away from Jake Rogers. Not certain about that, but if not, he's currently running in the 12th position, right behind his Hendrick Motorsports teammate, Michael Norman. There is Anthony McCurry, who dominated last week's race at Phoenix International Raceway, currently running right now in the 9th position, trying to pick up his 2nd straight top 10 in that number 61. McCurry's win last week moved him up to 16th in the standings. Another good finish tonight could put him inside the top 10 in the points. Just ahead of him, Kyle Sosnowski certainly needs a good run here tonight, as he has had 2 DNFs in the last 2 weeks. Number 48 looking awfully doggone strong here. He'd love to be able to win a race that's sponsored by Kobalt Tools as well, because we know of Kobalt Tools' affiliation with the number 48 team out of Hendrick Motorsports. Sosnowski comes into this race 37th in points due to those 2 DNFs that we mentioned tonight, looking a lot stellar. This is the Kyle Sosnowski that we know about, who runs up inside of the top 10. Another driver who really needs a good run tonight that I saw up here just a moment ago. See if we can find him. There he is, Jake Rogers, there for Burger King Racing. We know his teammate Austin Ogo has already gone back behind the wall, but Jake Rogers currently running in the 14th position. Rogers comes into this race 40th in points, so he's not exactly having the best start to the season, is our Season 1 Truck Series champion, but running very well right now in the G-Oil Toyota Camry, right behind Charles Jackson there, and the 20 for Joe Gibbs Racing. Jackson doing a great job right now, using that Toyota power. Charles Jackson comes into this race 18th in the points, looking very stellar right now as he tries to run down the Hendrick teammates of Aaron Williams Jr. and Michael Norman just ahead. There is Ron Vajara Jr. Ron Vajara Jr. we've seen in the past few races where drivers are not exactly showing a whole lot of respect there for Ron Vajara Jr., and I think it all stems from him intentionally turning Aaron Williams Jr. last week at Phoenix International Raceway. Truck Series race, Ron Vajara Jr. was taken out by Emilio Navarrete. Mobile Cup Series race, he was nearly turned around by Barney Ward, and right now it looks like everybody's giving him quite a wide berth here in the Snickers Cup Series event as he continues to run inside the top 5. Tim Walsh running very well right now for Michael Waltrip Racing there in that 56, currently in the 6th position. Tim Walsh has had a rather rocky start to the season, but currently is 19th in the point standings, and a top 10 tonight could move him up into contention to be inside the top 10 in points heading into next week's race at Bristol. Tim Walsh, of course, we know, moving over to the 56, but this is his 3rd season with the company of Michael Waltrip Racing, as he's trying to make his 3rd straight Snickers Cup Series chase for the championship. How about Dylan Young right there? Nice run for him. Dylan Young, a driver who's really known to make history. When he moves to a new team, that's his goal, is to try and make history in that car. And right now, he is doing a great job in that blue deuce. Well, it's not blue tonight. I'll say it the black deuce. So he's got the special Universal Studios Florida paint scheme on that Ford. Actually, both he and his teammate Ron Vajara Jr. having good runs tonight for Penske Racing, currently in 5th and 7th. Dylan Young doing a very good job. Dylan Young, to give you, for instance, of the history he's made in only his 2nd Truck Series start when he drove the 59 back in Season 3, I believe it was. It may have been Season 2. He ended up winning in only his 2nd career start. And then last season, Dylan Young became the first and only driver so far to put the number 24 in victory lane in a Snickers Cup Series event. Speaking of the 24, that's currently under the pilotship of Aaron Williams Jr. Doing a great job here tonight at Las Vegas. Trying to remember, Aaron Williams Jr.'s Snickers Cup Series win last season, I think, came at Phoenix. So we've seen Aaron Williams Jr. with a trend where he wins early on in the season. Right now, he is running very stellar in the 12th position. Aaron Williams Jr. currently 34th in points. So this is going to be a big momentum booster for this team if they can leave with a decent finish here tonight. Just up ahead, a driver we haven't talked about. We talked about his teammate Tim Walsh, but we haven't talked about the 55 of George Roque, He's running very well tonight, just inside the top 10 in the 10th position, running behind the Toyota Camry of Anthony McCrury. George Roque with the Jet Edge paint scheme tonight, but Roque has done a pretty good job in the last few weeks. I think it was Daytona where he had his heartbreaking finish, but then he ran really well last week at Phoenix International Raceway. He comes into this race currently sitting 22nd in the points. One driver we have not talked about all night long, and he's been running up inside the top 3 for the majority of this race, and that's Matthew Rodriguez, two-time NNSCRA champion. Comes into this race 21st in points, but he's doing a great job right now in that Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. Very impressed with Matthew Rodriguez this season. Most of the time we end up seeing him, especially here in the Snickers Cup Series, not really start to come to life until the middle or the end of the season. He's been doing a good job getting his momentum started at the beginning of this season, as he currently runs still in the 3rd position. Let's move up to the front. We'll talk about Cole Daly a little bit here. Daly, as we mentioned at the top of the program, comes into this race currently sitting 23rd in points. Daly still looking for his first career Snickers Cup Series win. Last season, well, how about this? Think about this. Both these drivers, first and second, Rohit Vidarva and Cole Daly, they were teammates last season for Nemco Motorsports. I didn't even see that until just now. Vidarva drove the 87 and Cole Daly drove the 97. Vidarva was the only one to go to victory lane for the Nemco Motorsports team last season. But how about this? Two drivers with entirely new teams who were teammates last season in the Snickers Cup Series. How ironic is that? And right now, those two are battling here to try and win tonight's event at Las Vegas. Vidarva trying to pick up his 2nd career Snickers Cup Series win. Cole Daly trying to pick up his first in that 17. Meanwhile, up ahead, looks like they're going to catch up to a slower car. I believe that may be Trent Dunham in the Sega Chevrolet. Will lap traffic come into play here? We still have quite a bit to go, 19 laps to be exact. These drivers, I think they may encounter Trent Dunham. You can see him right there on the right side of your screen. He is now heading into turn 1, and the leaders are in turn 1 now. So they are going to catch Trent Dunham, so they've got to now get themselves a game plan on how they're going to get around the number 1 of Trent Dunham. Is Trent Dunham going to try and hold these guys up, or will he let them on by? That's another thing we're going to have to see here in the next few moments. Vidarva, Cole Daly, Matthew Rodriguez, Mary Cole. That's the front 4. Then a gap back to Ron Fajara Jr. Here they go now. They're about to encounter Trent Dunham. Let's see what's going to happen here. They're up on the back bumper of him. They're going to have to make a move probably here on the back straightaway. Here comes Vidarva, gets the run off turn 2. He'll get to the inside, and it looks like they will have no trouble getting around Trent Dunham as he'll move to the high side. That's a nice veteran move there by Trent Dunham, allowing the drivers to get by that are battling for the lead. It kind of allowed Vidarva to open up a little bit of daylight between himself and Cole Daly, too. It's actually closed up the battle for 2nd place. Daly, Rodriguez, and Mary Cole now all kind of accordioned up together. Now looks like Cole Daly's going to be able to now get a little bit of distance between himself and Matthew Rodriguez. There's Mary Cole. Dylan Young now working his way around Trent Dunham. That's got to be bittersweet there for Trent Dunham. The fact that he came in tied with the blue deuce, or the black deuce tonight in that case. And now he ends up being passed by Dylan Young as Trent Dunham is a lap down in that Sega Chevrolet. By the way, guys, hope you'll tune in for next week's Snickers Cup Series event, as Trent Dunham will be driving a very special paint scheme there. As the caution, oh no caution, they're making pit stops. Green flag pit stops going on. I believe the first one to dive for pit road was Dylan Young. Yes, it was. Dylan Young, George Roque, Michael Norman, also Trent Dunham, Aaron Williams Jr., Jake Rogers. Green flag pit stops going on here on lap 27 of 41. Dylan Young, the first one. We have terrible pit lane cameras here. Johnson Adino looks like he made a pit stop 1 lap earlier as he has left pit road. I hate these camera angles. Well, let's jump to our TV1. Let's see if the leader's going to come down at all. Is Rohit Vidarva going to come down pit road this time? Yes, he does. So do all the rest of the leaders. Daly's down. Matthew Rodriguez is in. Mary Cole, Vajara Jr. Pichu London's got some damage to the back of his 26. I'm not certain where that came from. There's White Savota, Sosnowski, Charles Jackson. There's a 31 car of Danny Wells. I think he just completed his service. Let's find out who the leader is now. I think it was Tim Walsh. Yep, Tim Walsh stayed out that lap with Anthony McCrury. So Walsh cycled around as the leader. So what we'll do, I think Walsh is going to be the last. He and McCrury are going to be the last of the lead lap cars to pit in this race. Oh, there's a spin! There's a spin! Caution's out! That was Trent Dunham! Oh, they just split him and somebody got him. I couldn't tell who it was. Somebody did get Trent, though. Trent Dunham got spun there in turn 1. Caution flag, I believe, is going to wave. They're not waving the caution flag? Really? Trent Dunham just spun there in turn 1. He got hit by somebody, and they are not throwing a caution flag. That's ridiculous. Oh, my goodness. Oh, there's the caution. Finally, you throw the caution flag. Where were you? Leader is still going to be, I believe, Rohit Vidarvu as those pit stops cycle around here. Cole Daly second, Matthew Rodriguez third. Finally, the caution lights come on, but I don't know what took them so doggone long to do it. I mean, I even saw that wreck happen, and there were still green lights on pit road. Caution's going to wave for the second time tonight, just after green flag pit stops took place. Leader under the caution is going to be Rohit Vidarvu as the green flag pit stops have cycled around. Let's take a look at what put us under the caution for the second time tonight at Las Vegas. Well, we mentioned Trent Dunham not liking the fact that the 2 car ended up passing him. Well, I think Trent Dunham, I'm not really sure what to make of this. Let's look at the telemetry of the 1 car, because he is going to get a shove here from Dylan Young. Watch right here. Oh, he came up in front of Dylan Young. Yeah, Dylan Young got such a run on him, and he couldn't go anywhere. And Dylan Young's gotten into the wall there, so both the co-points leaders are having dismal nights now here at Las Vegas. And there was 1 car I saw that did look like it clipped the Sega Chevrolet. Let's see who it was. Oh, it was Michael Norman. The 88 got a little piece of him. Oh, and Eric Burton as well. The 99 also hit him. Oh, man, Eric Burton's car is smoking. Oh, and then he gets run to the back of by Jake Rogers. Boy, Rogers just cannot catch a break in the last few weeks. He was running so well up inside the top 15, and now his day is done, along with Eric Burton. I don't know how bad the damage is on the 88 of Michael Norman. Let's find him. There he is. Let's look at the right side of his car. Now, it looks relatively clean. He may have just scraped the back of the Sega Chevrolet. Norman looks like he's still good to go, but they didn't throw the caution until Jake Rogers nailed the back of Eric Burton for some reason. And now they're running bumper to bumper there. I don't know what that deal is, unless Jake Rogers is kind of trying to help Eric Burton around to pit road. But that was just a bang-bang thing. No way that anybody was able to react. And you really cannot put blame on Dylan Young there, because he had a whale of a run on Trent Dunham there, and Dunham slid up in front of Dylan Young. I guess he thought that Dylan Young wasn't coming as quickly as he was, and there was nowhere for Dylan Young to be able to take that momentum. He just runs into the back of Trent Dunham's machine. But Dylan Young didn't get away unscathed. He hit the wall. He's also got some front-end damage. So both the drivers who come in tied for the points lead. They continue to have bad luck tonight here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, including Eric Burton and Jake Rogers as well. Let's go back to the green flag. Well, the green flag pit stops and the caution coming out when it did certainly has caused quite a little bit of a situation here for what could be the finish of this race. You're looking at the leader, Rohit Vidarvu, but you're probably wondering, who are all these cars up ahead? These are drivers who are on the tail end of the lead lap, but when they cycled around, they were behind the pace car, and so they're going to be starting up ahead of the leader. Alex DeMarco, 24th, 25th, Adam Chambers, John Cittadino, 26th, Hayden Klein, 27th, Chris Dollerton, 28th, 29th, Jacob Lawler, Ralph Mason, 30th, Pichu Lennon, 31st, 32nd, Whitus Avotas, 33rd, Danny Wells, and 34th, Sean Henley. Then you get to the leader, Rohit Vidarvu. He is the current leader right now. Cole Daly second. Matthew Rodriguez 33rd. Wow, what am I doing? Let's try that again. The leader is Rohit Vidarvu. Second is Cole Daly. Third place is Matthew Rodriguez. Fourth is going to be Anthony McCrury with Charles Jackson now in fifth. Tim Walsh sixth. Seventh is Ron Vajjar Jr. Dylan Young remaining out with the damaged race car. He's eighth. Mary Cole is ninth. And George Roque completes the top 10. Then the rest of the top 15 are Kyle Sosnowski, Aaron Williams Jr., James Silverfox, Jake Cole, and Michael Norman. Top 20, Callum Wales, Joshua Michaels, Richard Johnson, Tryphon Reed, and Dylan Poteet. Wow, this is going to be interesting here. 34 cars are on the lead lap, but a majority of them are up ahead of here of Rohit Vidarvu. He's got to battle with all these cars to try and keep himself away from Cole Daly. He's now worked past Henley, past Danny Wells, past Widos of Otas. Good start there for Rohit Vidarvu. He's now got two lap cars between himself and Cole Daly. It's exactly what he needed to do. Oh, what is going on? Vidarvu is just giving up the lead. Vidarvu has just lost the lead. He's going to pit road. What happened? What is going on? Something is wrong with the 27 of Rohit Vidarvu, who just gave up the lead. He's coming down pit road. I'm trying to listen to the engine of that car, see if something may be amiss. Rohit Vidarvu, what in the world is going on? Do you know what I'm wondering? I wonder if he jumped the restart. Is he coming down for a penalty? Did he jump the restart? On pit road? Yes, it was a pass-through penalty for Rohit Vidarvu. He jumped the restart there. But the question is, how did he jump the restart? That's what I'm not certain of. Well, just like that, here's the battle for the lead. Cole Daly's got it. Matthew Rodriguez wants it. There's Anthony McCurry in the mix. They are the lead lap cars. There's Charles Jackson there, Tim Walsh. They're battling for that position as well, as they're trying to get by these drivers who are on the tail end of the lead lap. What a costly mistake for Rohit Vidarvu. He jumped the gun, jumped the restart, had to come down for a 7-second penalty, and now he has fallen a lap down to the leaders. That was certainly not what I was expecting, but right now Cole Daly is the leader as he's going to come around. We'll have 3 laps to go this time by. Anthony McCrury has now moved into second place, looking for his second straight win. Oh, and there's a caution. There is a caution. Caution flag flies. This race is over. This race is over. They're going to race it back to the line, I think. Cole Daly with a huge advantage over Anthony McCrury. Daly, under the caution flag, looks like he's going to win his first career Snickers Cup Series victory. And it'll come here in the Kobalt Tools 400 at Las Vegas. Smoke on the front straightaway, and there's the caution. Cole Daly is going to win tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Looks like second place is going to be Anthony McCrury after a win last week, a runner-up finish this week. What a great momentum run he's on. Matthew Rodriguez is going to be third, Charles Jackson fourth, and Tim Walsh is going to be fifth. Top 10 looks like it's going to be George Roque, Ron Fajardo Jr. How about Dylan Young? The co-points leader going to finish 8th tonight. Mary Cole, great run in 9th place. And Aaron Williams Jr., after a dismal finish last week, going to finish in the 10th position. But there's the pace car. We're going to take a look at 2 replays. We're first going to jump back and see how Rohit Vidarvu got penalized. And then we're going to look at the caution that's going to finish out tonight's event. As they come around here, the white flag is right now being displayed for Cole Daly. We'll now look back at a replay of what has handed the win to the 17. Okay, we're doing a slow motion helicopter view here of the restart. Now the rule is you cannot pass the car in front of you until you have crossed the start finish line. Watch Vidarvu closely and watch the 25 of Sean Henley just in front of him. We've got to see, does Vidarvu make a pass here? Does he cross the stripe ahead of Sean Henley coming down here to get the green flag? Yes, he does. He clearly is ahead of Sean Henley right there at the line. He did not hang back and let Henley cross the stripe ahead of him. If he had made the move there heading into turn 1, he would not have been penalized. But right there, that costly mistake is what did not allow Rohit Vidarvu, who basically dominated tonight's race, to be able to win tonight's Kobalt Tools 400. That is unbelievable. What a tough break for Vidarvu. Who would have thought that a technicality on a restart would have cost the dominant car of the night the shot at winning tonight's event? Let's now take a look at the reason that the caution did come out for the final time tonight. Now here it is. This was somewhere around the 15th position at the time. Callum Wales trying to look down to the inside of Michael Norman. Meanwhile, Richard Johnson is looking underneath Sean Henley, and he's going to hook him coming off turn 4. Down into the Outback Steakhouse Chevrolet goes Henley. And Callum Wales' car is going to spin around right up in front of James Silverfox. He gets a piece of the Transformer Chevy out of Tommy Baldwin Racing, and then he's going to get hit right there by his own Stuart Haas Racing teammate, Joshua Michaels. Boy, a tough break there for Callum Wales, who was running in the 15th position right there, and just basically got taken out as an innocent bystander. He had nothing to do with the Richard Johnson and Sean Henley making contact off turn 4, and gets a spin for his troubles and sustains quite a bit of damage there as he and his teammate Joshua Michaels sat idle for a few moments there on the front straightaway. Caution's out, though. We're going to quickly jump back now for the checkers. Well, we're getting back here just in time. Checkered flag is in the flagman's hand, and Cole Daly will pick up his first career Snickers Cup Series win as he wins the Kobalt Tools 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Tremendous win for him. First win of the season for Roush Fenway Racing. And a great job there by Cole Daly. Didn't exactly win it, I think, the way he was expecting to, but a win is still a win. And what a great job there by that 17 team. Ran inside the top 2 basically all night long. I don't think there was a moment when he fell outside of position number 2, and then he ends up inheriting the lead off that mistake by Rohit Vedarvu. Wow, unbelievable race tonight. What an unexpected finish as well. Absolutely incredible. Well, we do know that Dylan Young will still be the points leader heading into next week's race at Bristol Motor Speedway. So congratulations to him on his top 10 finish tonight. How about Anthony McCrury? Last 2 finishes, first and second. Last week he won at Phoenix. He finished his runner-up tonight at Las Vegas. He's certainly on a bit of a momentum streak. Rookie of the race, I believe, was Mary Cole after she ended up finishing, I believe it might have been 6th place. I think that was where she finished. No, she finished further back than that. Actually, no, she wasn't Rookie of the Race. Who was Rookie of the Race here? It was Ram Vijara Jr. finishing in the 7th position, just ahead of teammate Dylan Young. So congratulations to him on being the highest finishing rookie. And there they come, down the pit road. But one driver's going to be headed for victory lane. That's Cole Daly. Congratulations to him once more on an incredible win tonight in what was indeed an incredible race. Well, guys, the NNSCRA hauler packs up and heads next week to Thunder Valley, Bristol Motor Speedway for trucks, mobile, and Snickers Cup Series action. Hope you'll be there to join us for that. If you enjoyed this race tonight, be sure to give it a like, subscribe to become a part of the crew today. We'll see you guys next time. Here comes your official finishing results and the point standings heading into next week. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best. Thank you.